Hi, in this video, we are going to take a look at how you can configure ValQ to handle custom time periods. And we're going to do it through two examples. And in the first example, we're going to see how to handle a custom fiscal year. In this case, the year starting from April 2019 and ending in March 2020. And in the second example, we are going to take a time period of a different granularity. In this case, we are going to model it based on 9 weeks, but you could use a similar approach to do it for, say, 6 quarters or 8 years and so forth. Now, if you look at the data set for both these examples, especially the first one with the custom fiscal year, I've taken a variation of the sales performance data set that we used in one of the earlier videos, where you see the time period starts from April 19 and ends in March 20th. And for the second data set, it's a similar variation having data for about 9 weeks. Now, I'm showing you both these examples by using a columnar data set, but pretty much the approach is the same, even if you try to bring in crosstab data. Now, let me get into Power BI Desktop. Now, what I've done is I've gone ahead and imported both these data sets, and I've already created a visual where I have mapped sales forecast and budget against value, my region and category against the category field, and my time period against time period. Now we have built ValQ in such a way that it can handle any kind of time period automatically. And typically you'll only have to go and configure how the corresponding labels appear in the product. For example, in this case, if you look at the simulation period, it's still showing Jan to December when we are in fact working with April 19 till March 2020. So that's one of the things that we'll be doing. And in the later example, we'll also be changing the value display because the granularity is not month anymore. And instead of having month, year till date, full year, or simulation months, we will be updating these to reflect the weeks in question. Now let me go ahead and show you how we'll do it for the custom fiscal year. I go and click on this design mode and go to data series, and you see something called time period labels. Let me go ahead and click on that, and I'm already seeing the number of periods in the data series. This remains unchanged because you're still passing information for 12 months. Now all I'm going to do is go and update the period labels that is showing here. So I'm going to take the data from my Excel file, and I will just copy this, go back here, and then I would just paste the period labels. Now when I go and save it and then go back to the runtime mode, you will see that this has already been captured. Now let's say if my simulation period starts from August 19th, I'll be able to go and choose values for the corresponding month, which is going to be August 19, and year till date is going to mean April till July, and the full year means all the months, and the simulation months are going to cover August till March 2020. So everything is taken care of right now. Even when I click on the pop-up screen, you'll be able to see that it has 12 months worth of data starting from April 2019 all the way till March 2020. Now, let me go to the second example where we are going to configure ValQ to handle 9 weeks. Now, I went and did the same data assignment as before. So let me open this data set. So I've assigned budget and forecast here, the region and category here, and the time period here. And I'm yet to configure both the simulation period and the value display. In this case, I would go to data series and time period labels, and I would say that I'm going to bring in 9 periods worth of data. And for all my period labels, I'm going to use the 9 weeks that are listed here, copy this, go back, and then paste it there, and then click save. Now, when I go back to the runtime mode, you would see that my weekly data has been updated and it's already showing me 9 weeks. And even when I click on a pop-up screen, it's going to show me 9 weeks worth of data with the corresponding weekly labels. So all we did so far is went ahead and update the labels that it's showing. Now, the other thing that we need to change here is the value display because these labels are applicable only when you're handling monthly data. So let me go back to the design mode, click on data series, and this time I would choose the time aggregation labels. So when I click on this, I see these values, right? For the active period, which is the current week, I'm just going to choose current week. And similarly, I'm going to give the same 3-letter abbreviation. And instead of year till date, I'm going to say till prior week. And then I'm going to use the same abbreviation till prior week. And for all periods, I'm just going to label them all weeks. Similarly, the 3-letter abbreviation is going to be just all. And finally, the simulation months, I'm going to change it to simulation weeks, and I'm going to retain the abbreviation as is. Now, as soon as I'm done saving this, and when I go back to the runtime mode, you're going to see current week, till prior week, all weeks, and simulation weeks. So let's say we are in week 30. Now, when I choose current week, it's going to show me the value for week number 30. And for till prior week, it's going to take the values from week 26 to 29 and then aggregate accordingly. And all weeks is going to show me information for all the weeks in question. And similarly, simulation weeks is going to show me data for the last 5 weeks. Now, thank you for watching this video. Keep watching out this space for more.